Greetings, Liver Fear here. Choices. It's all about the choices. It is Saturday. I'm kind of changing the structure a little bit. I found the energy drain is just too much, so I probably won't post readings on Fridays, or if I do, they will be the love and relationship readings being set up for the weekend. These will be weekly for each sign individually. And this, I'm going to go in the same order, starting with Capricorn. And love readings, relationship, love is universal. So is it an intimate, in love relationship reading? Well, we'll see what the cards have to say. It could be about the self. It could be about a family member. I am going to look for yourself, your energy, and the energy of any other presence in your life currently. So the way this is going to be structured is I'm going to pull a tone card for each of the energies, basically just kind of give an overview of what might show up or what might need to be worked on. I'm going to look at the love energy and what may be blocking it, what is within and without, the connecting energies, and I'm going to do this for each energy, yours and whatever the other may be. It could be work, it could be a partner, it could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be something that you need to work through with somebody you don't get along with. And then afterwards I will pull an oracle card, which I do read because the messages, something different will always resonate with different people. So I'm going to make sure everybody has the opportunity to get that full explanation from the book. So without further ado, Capricorn, and each video will be separate, so it won't be a grouping, and things may adjust as I go, but we'll see how this one turns out, guys. So Capricorn, these are general collective. It may pull from a large group. It may pull from a specific group that just needs the advice. The intention is for really generally whoever needs to hear whatever. So, and I do offer individual private readings. You can message me about that if there is interest. I think that's it. So, Capricorn, I'm not getting a whole lot for you, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to do each one individually, you and other. So what is the overall energy in or relationship for Capricorn, please? What is the overall energy for Capricorn? For Capricorn, what is the overall energy in this? Wow, okay. Postponement. Okay. Postponement. So maybe you're holding off or waiting for something. Usually I have all my decks out, but this is going to be a pretty big set of readings. So can you see that? Raw energy. I can't tell if you guys can actually see that or not. So, Capricorn in the relationship. There's a little bit of resistance. Oh, yeah, okay. Slow. Love messages, please. Wow. Okay. Get some connecting. So I use a lot of decks for these spreads. I'm trying to go with I've learned to go with the most simple and direct. Oh my goodness, there's a, jeez, Capricorn. Yeah, everything is in reverse. That's all. Plus the postponement and delay. What is it connecting between love and these do not have reversals. What is it connecting between? Wow, here's the question. Whoa. Next to each other. Holy cow. Alright. That had a weird. I don't feel like that was right. I feel like that was a slip of the hand. It's meant to, it will come out again. It wouldn't be the first time. Connecting between outer and all right. I don't usually use the bottom of the decks on these. I just get curious, to be honest. All right. You know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pull for your other person, too. So that way I can do them both at once. the joining energy for Capricorn for October 10, 10, 10, 20. It's a transformational day, guys. 10, 10, 20. Maybe that's why the world came out twice. You guys. Energy of the person or persons, the other energy, and your relationship. What is the overall time of the other person? Whoa. Basically the same card. But they both came out, so I will use them both. Which is projections. These don't actually have reverses either. And conditioning. And projections is really about taking the conditioning and it's showing up externally in the external world. So you may have someone that's in your energetic field that is existing in a state of, you know, what they grew up with, what they believe, and so they think other people should think the way they do. And maybe that's why you're delaying, but we'll see what shows up for your other person. Person for Capricorn. Person for Capricorn. Ooh. There's some resistance there too. Person for Capricorn. Of course, this deck has been just all beaten up. Poor thing. It doesn't affect anything. Well, they stick a little. Alright, for the person for Capricorn, your love energy, please. Your love energy. For Capricorn. Your love energy, please. What's in your person's love energy, please? What's in your person's love energy, please? There's a nervousness. I'm feeling like anxiety. What is in their love energy? Just make sure you guys can see. Again. What's in the fear? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? What is the fear? Wow, okay. What is needed to balance, please? What is needed to balance, please? What is needed to balance, please? Two. Check on that one. Good outer. And outer to left. Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Capricorn, in your energy with this postponement, there is, in the love energy is the Emperor reverse. That's somebody that is not reaching their full potential. Can be someone that is denying their power, their worth, their value. It can be a masculine, it can also be a feminine energy, someone female with this masculine side of their energy. It can be someone that is very manipulative, controlling, somebody who wields their power incorrectly. So because this is your spread, I would say definitely kind of pay attention to that. It could be being in the love energy. It may be that there are some insecurities that are showing up externally, self-doubt, fear, and fear of rejection, fear of loss, and so that is actually creating kind of a manipulative energy in the outcome. It could be you're trying to manipulate the outcome desired, which is not what is meant to happen. It needs to be a state of flow. For your inner energy, it's Nine of Wands reverse, so it's kind of giving up. It's like I'm done fighting for this. The fear, the Devil in reverse. This is actually a leaving behind, a change in perspective, a letting go of this kind of energy. Fears, doubts, insecurities, addictions, whatever it is, it's holding you back and holding you down. So it's very interesting that we have both of these in reverse rather than this being upright, or one of them being upright, but we'll get to that. Your outer is the World in reverse, so it is desiring a new beginning, for a change, for something different. This may be a past energy. This could be a movement where you are in a place somewhere within this dynamic, and this postponement would be this giving up, this working through in order to get that new beginning. The balancing energy is letting go of the past, a past connection. It could be just past memory, thinking about, and maybe, the Emperor is wanting to change this and finally realizing you can't. The connecting energies between the love and the inner is maternal. It's a self-care, self-love. This giving up and walking away is, you feel like it is the most compassionate, loving thing you can do for yourself. It's a kindness to you. Between the inner and the fear. You know, there is a fear of letting these things go. I feel like this is kind of where you're at, you know, and this fear of letting this stuff go is probably feeding this energy. And I feel like you're right here, and you are getting that inner message that it is time to get out of the fear of releasing the things that are keeping you here or that have kept you here. This fear of letting go of the past. Yeah. Because what you actually want and what you're expressing is this beginning, this new beginning. But this cannot happen externally, in the external world, until the rest of this progression is completed. And obviously you want a new beginning in love, in relationship. But there is this delay in order to take care of this process. And then here's the world again. Upright. So this is what can't be expressed outwardly, but this is that indication with the fear, having completed the fear cycle and releasing that energy. This is like that end and beginning. So before there's a rebirth, there has to be a death. So this would be kind of like the death, the end of the cycle, and immediately following is the beginning of a new cycle. And it is outwardly, so this is like the inner expression, and this is the external expression, if that makes sense. A pattern, perfect, precise, design, fragile, unique, exquisite. I feel like this is I don't deal much in future, but I feel like this is sort of the energy of what will be. So I think you are somewhere in one of these where you are working towards this cycle and working towards, because something in a relationship, I feel like, you know, since this is about relationships, that, you know, maybe the person you're connecting with has triggered this movement within yourself, but we'll see. For your person, connection, situation, and their love energy is Two of Wands. This is planning, anticipating, making, designing the first steps to some sort of accomplishment, achievement. So there's a desire to do something, but this is just the beginning, the planning stages. In their fear energy, which is very interesting, is commitment. You know, this happy home life, family, stability in relationship, and all the obligations that it comes with. Their inner energy, what they think, feel about themselves, about the situation, Temperance reverse and Queen of Swords reverse. So I feel like there is a desire to act, an impatience to act, but they're not. They're not taking action. There's that false start that I want to go, but they aren't. So which would feed this whole postponement that you are experiencing. Their outer illusions. So the belief, perception, perspective that either they are perceiving things that aren't actually there, or they're not seeing things correctly, or they believe that this connection is not substantial. We'll find out. The balancing, let me see if I can talk, energy is a King of Wands in reverse. So again, this is someone that would normally be very fatherly, very passionate, dedicated to themselves, to home, to, well, obviously, if they are not, if their fear is this, then they are not going to carry this energy. And I feel like the reason it is not upright is because of these illusions, the conditioning, the projections, and the reason that I feel like it's the balancing energies, they simply aren't ready. I feel like it's someone that is I feel like the reason this is the balancing energy is to indicate to not move falsely, to not operate out of these energies right here, because projections is pretty much the same thing. You know, this is a 7, but it's pretty much the same as the 5 of Swords. It's actually 7 of Cups, but it is an illusion. It is an illusion of not seeing things that are present for you, that there's a perception of beliefs and structures and dynamics that you're supposed to follow as you are trained by your family, teachers, friends, whoever. And this is to slow down, I feel like, to investigate these situations within themselves. And, you know, it's okay to plan, but it's not time to act, and they sense that. They want to, that desire, that drive to be decisive and quick and passionate and come in a flurry. But with this fear here, it stops them. So the connecting. I'm going to start here between the inner and the fear. I love these cards. These are great. For this one, there's a lot of information on here, but what I'm noticing, what calls to me, is the Hierophant, which is spiritual guidance, listening to your intuition, listening to your higher self. It can also be about legal matters, but because this is internal energy here, I feel like this is really about listening to your guides, to your higher self, to whatever it is that guides your soul, your heart, your essence. And between the fear and the illusions is magnet, longing, desire, magnetic attraction, seduction. So they may be paying too much attention, and wands are all about passion. They're about fire energy. They're passionate. They're quick. They're fast. It's consuming. It can be a very overwhelming energy. And we're going from stability to illusion with a lot of this contained passion, fire energy, and the connecting card is passion, basically, that attraction. So maybe they aren't seeing things fully. They're only seeing they're seeing what they're reacting to rather than what is within. In between the outer, this goes right with conditioning. Outer and the planning, diamond ring, proposal, engagement, promise, partnership, marriage. They're following a pattern. They're following this conditioned pattern. And they are taking their life experiences and lessons and applying them to themselves and to others around them. While you are kind of going within and trying to figure out you. So between the love energy and the inner energy is this desire for happiness and for success and persistence and divine masculine. So this could be some level of soul connection. You have 3 major arcanas. Out of the traditional tarot, they have 1, but then you take something like these 2 cards, the Sun, which would technically be a major arcana. So with the Hierophant, so they show up in these other cards. There's more hidden type of energy going on. So you have union here. You have divine masculine. Interesting. Taurus, fixed sign of Earth. So your person could be Taurus. They could be a Leo or some other fire sign, Earth sign. Well, this is specifically Taurus. There is a lot of fire energy here. Some water. So you pretty much have all the signs here. But Leo is showing up. Leo, Taurus are both showing up very strongly. Stable, stubborn, persevering, down to earth, physical as in external, down to earth, sensual, strong, prosperous, dependable. So all these things kind of show up in here. But they are caught up in this following the expectations of the world. This conditioning, which is also a lion, shows Leo. And these projections, these putting their beliefs and views about what they're supposed to do, according to everyone else, planning to follow through with that it supposedly creates their happiness and their joy and their success. It defines who they are, which is a very external, and what defines who they are outside, it's not who they are within. So I feel like this is that getting to know themselves, stop moving, stop trying to fulfill the obligations and the perceptions of others, because that is not who you actually are. So this person's really got a lot of work to do, I feel like, before they can be involved with you, and you're already on the path. So I do feel like there may be a separation here occurring with this person. You may have broken up, you may have split up, you may be taking a pause, but it's very needed by this. And it's not that it's necessarily a toxic situation. It's just there is a lot of inner development for each of you respectively. And this could be anyone, but I do kind of, especially with the diamond ring and the divine masculine, and, you know, a moon card here, which would definitely give, there is another similar card that shows divine feminine. So this is a divine feminine energy, just hasn't reached their fulfillment yet. The Emperor, you know, I do feel like there is a divine connection here. Of what type exactly? And you could be triggering each other for this growth. This connection may have had you both realize that neither of you are actually in a place to move forward with this. There's a desire, there's that want to, at least on your person's part. You are wanting to communicate with them, but you probably aren't. You know, you need this time. You need this time to get from this gray space into this more colorful rainbow space. And so do they, quite frankly. This isn't a bad connection. If you later come back together, it'll be probably much more fulfilling. So any of you that might be feeling a little down around the mouth, Capricorns, because a relationship has ended, been put on pause, has been postponed, then, you know that it really is to both parties' benefit. And what comes next, you may find, I mean, the energy of ultimate happiness is present. You know, Emperor is here, so the Emperor energy is here. You know, the world, these are divine guidance. These are protection and guidance cards. And so I feel like it may not be like, you know, some major intense soul connection kind of energy. Use whatever labels you see fit to. I don't care for them myself. But definitely some kind of soul connection. And there just needs to be some time for development and growth. And that's not a bad thing. It can hurt. But it's going to be in both your highest goods. No matter what happens between, what happens for each of you individually is going to be a great thing. So you're definitely blessed and guided, and you guys, I wish you the best of luck. Both of these sets of actions, if this person is undecided, this other person, because of that conflicting energy of wanting to go and not, it's probably going to take them a little longer to really make some progress. But they are on that path. So, you know, I wouldn't suggest waiting for them per se. Keep doing what you need to do for you, love you, grow into your fulfillment on your own, independently. Look at when it's time for them to get there. And, you know, love them enough to allow that space for them. So many blessings, lots of love, and see you all next week.